Hello, today we're going to be making dandelion jelly. We foraged these petals from our yard. You want to make sure you have untreated petals so you don't get sick, so be careful where you forage for your dandelions. The entirety of the dandelion is edible, but the petal is the part that has the pollen and will give you the sweet jelly. So over time, with picking the petals off, I realized that if you rip the flower in half, it's easier to get all the petals out without getting all of the green the green stems in. So that's my daughter helping me and playing with her nose, apparently, while helping me. Both my kids helped forage the flowers and helped pick petals so that we could get the full 4 cups of petals, which takes about 8 cups of flower heads from your yard, so you have a reference when you're gathering your flowers to make sure you have enough before you start. It's a tedious process, but super worth it in the end, and it's really fun for little kids to be included in. The entirety of a dandelion is edible, and there's a lot of health benefits from them. I know they're seen as weeds the majority of the time, but they're actually really good for you and quite flavorful.
Mommy, what are you doing?
Okay, cut the yellow off that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's mine? Mommy, where's mine?
I don't know.
In my room? Boop. I didn't know. What this green part?
I don't want the green part.
Green what?
Just the yellow part.
Huh?
Just the yellow part.
Little parts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how many. It's hard.
Set it down right here.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. No, mommy.
So after you get your 4 cups of dandelion petals, you put 4 cups of boiling water on top of the petals and allow it to sit for 1 to 4 hours, depending on how strong you want your jelly's flavor to be. And make sure to get all your petals under the water and soaking for those 4 hours to get the maximum benefit. So I like to give it a little bit of a stir and then cover it and set it aside while it's sitting for 4 hours. Then you strain the petals out of the water. I don't have a press, so I used a colander and my hand to get all of the liquid out, because the liquid is the part that you want for the jelly. You should have about 4 cups of water here. You should have added 4 cups of boiling water to your petals when you filled your jar. It's about the size of the jar, so I didn't mention that before, sorry. Okay, then make sure you sterilize your jars for jelly, and then you're going to put your dandelion petal liquid into your saucepan. So you put your dandelion juice into the saucepan. Try and get as much of it as possible. All of that pollen is really good and helps the flavor a lot. Then you'll add, a box of pectin jelly to help make the jelly. That box was $1.75. It's about the size of most of them. And it's a good size for this amount of liquid. Then you'll add either 2 tablespoons of citric acid or 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Here I chose lemon juice.
Baby's crying. Right there. Where are the babies? Where do babies come from?
And you'll bring all of that to a boil. Once it's all dissolved and boiled, you'll add more to it, but it'll take a minute for it all to boil. And you don't want to have any lumps of the pectin, which can cause a problem. Once that's boiling, you'll add 4 cups of sugar. And you want that to dissolve completely. I usually turn it down, the heat a little bit, and allow it to dissolve, and then bring it back up to a full boil. And then you know it's ready after the second boil. And then you can pour it into your hot and sterile canning jars. You don't want to overfill them, but I always spill a little bit on the side, which I know you're not supposed to. And then set them aside for 24 to 48 hours. If you're going to eat them right away, if you aren't going to eat it right away, make sure and put them back in the hot water bath for a 10-minute boil to make them shelf stable, and then enjoy. It's quite sweet, and to me, it almost tastes a little bit like honey, just so you're aware.